Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it looks nice. Probably gone for a one-stop here.
Well, hello everyone. This is the social event Monza race. So yesterday was qualifying, today is now the race, and we are starting on wets. And lights out, and away we go.
They're getting away well there as well. In the wets.
Yep.
Biffin's moving up to P2.
Doctor just holding everyone back. Someone's went for the
Natty,
emergency route.
oh, and Doctor nearly spins. Natty has made the overtake on Biffin. Biffin down to P4. Jim Pitter moves up. Miles is up. Biffin takes back third. Nutson's up, moved up from 17th. Dino's moved up from 19th. Is it the chicane? Nearly contact from the Aston Martin and the Ferrari there. On board, well, I'm watching Nutson here. Stuck behind Pitter in the Mercedes. Jato gets an overtake on Jay Evans and John Wick moves up. Slipstream from the Red Bull. Can he get past Pitter here in the Mercedes? Into a Scarry you go and the Mercedes stays ahead. Goes wide there though.
Got a lot of oversteer coming out of Sky.
And two cars are out.
Oh, two cars are out. See if could this be a safe car?
And Peter gets a 5-second penalty.
Gets...
Peter and the Miles are last in this race.
Right, there's no cars DNF. No cars DNF'd, but it does look like Miles does have front wing damage. It's the only damage I can see right now is Miles. Oh! And Argos just spanned through Parabolica. Well, hit the wall.
Jay's up 3 places at the minute. Natty's down 2. Dinos went from 16th though. And Peter and Agos are going to the pits here. And Agos is out before Peter. Biffin might go for a move on Doctor here. He's a bit too far back, I'd say. But Miles, even with that front wing damage, decides to stay out.
It's a surprise because you can lose a lot of speed through all the chicanes and stuff. So, Anthony at the back's lost a good few positions.
Yeah.
Because you got John Wick down by 4 positions, Style down by 1, Miles down by 11.
Yeah, and Teleta is up 9 places in a minute. So Nupson is gone up 8 places. Zexify sets fastest up.
132.5.
But and Aston Martin have gone for a move here, and he's got the overtake with the help of a bit of DRS there. Biffin moves up to P2 now.
They're starting 4th as well.
Yeah.
The Doctor isn't really having a good start to the race, but will he manage to overtake them by the end of the race? Who knows yet?
Yep, there's still another 24 laps here in Monza here.
Just turning round, leaders are turning round turn 6, going to 7.
Yep, and the Alpine is spun and Billy and Jay Evans get the overtake on him now.
Oh, as you know, Williams on Alpine there is slightly spinning out right at the back.
Yeah, and he's went down 2 places, but he's still up 5. Pushing Dino's trying to get the slipstream off of Nabil here.
I think he'll actually make this move after Parabolica if he stays right behind them.
And it is realistic performance, so the Red Bull is faster, and he's using some ERS that he saved up here.
I mean, Pusher Dino's low on ERS compared to Nabil.
Yeah.
Biffin
Neil
says
now
fastest
using some of
lap.
his errors.
What you need to do for these type of long races, you don't really want to use a lot of ERS, what Pusher Dino's doing right now.
Mm.
Because that could be you falling back for a couple of laps while you're trying to recharge.
Yeah, like Wiggly is saving up a lot of his ERS now. It's still at 65% here. And Jordy, I'm just gonna call him Jordy, but he's got 65 now. But a lot of the lobby are low on the ERS here.
It's a very
Biffin
few
and
that's
Nye are
high.
still very high. Yeah.
But his SFI, he's only at 80 right now. I mean, he's in the lead, like, almost a full second.
Mm.
If this was drying, like,
But Biffin is making a catch up here. Into Ascari then. I think it's about who gets away better here. Biffin is using some ERS, so is Zexify though.
oh, yellow
The
flag,
heels up.
yellow flag,
Check
yellow
his buoy,
flag.
he's down.
Someone's out.
And it's the Alpine.
On the
Jay second
Alpines,
fastest lap in the Alfa Romeo.
132.1.
It's not faster than yesterday though, but I think on the conditions, I think it's expected.
Yeah.
But the AlphaTauri going for a move on Pusher Dino, and he's got it done. Into the chicane, the AlphaTauri's ahead. Can the Red Bulls get the position back? No, and the AlphaTauri stays ahead. Bailey Missy moves up into P9. We might see a Ferrari move here. Only less than 200ths of a second. They might go for a dive bomb at the inside. No.
I'm trying to decide to keep it clean, but if Nabil goes wide, the Ferrari could just go right through.
Yeah. But Biffin has also made a catch up on Zexify a bit here. Still gaining in the Aston Martin. Into Ascari then. Zexify does get a clean drive through the first two turns in Ascari and gets a good
It's just
drive.
losing a lot of time for Ascari. It's like the car's looking very stiff for Biffin, but I don't know if that's just because he's probably got a setup on that's more for dries, but
Yeah.
I don't think
Zexify
anybody was
was a bit
expecting
mad
wets. He is making a lot of time in the straights though. He must be running like 0-0 wings.
Let's have a bit of no, does not have DRS.
DRS no. It's wet. We did see a move there. Oh,
Oh, Nupton gets
someone
past
into
Doctor.
it. Doctor's moving back. He's only got 16%
Yeah, and
ERS.
Doctor's got might get a move off here.
What I
If he
was saying
stops using
earlier,
if he stops using his ERS, he might. But know that Red Bull is moving away.
what I was saying earlier, he's just going to lose all the positions. I mean, Fake Nut is up 9 positions, and
Is
then
he-
Doctor's down by 4.
Does Doctor have a bit of damage?
He might do, but it doesn't look like on his car he's got a bit of damage. But he's certainly driving like he's got damage, but maybe because of the low ERS. I mean, he's not got a lot of pace from the straights if he's trying to catch up to someone in the slipstream.
Yeah. Now Biffin is now moving back up. Let's have a look at Ascari. I think Zexify just has a better line through going through Ascari there, because he's still gaining on Biffin, or he's still making the gap bigger.
Biffin is saving ERS, but using ERS and exits. What I've been watching, but his SFI still has 60% ERS roughly, so it's like
Zexify's only using it at the beginning of the straights, and then when he gets towards the middle, then he just stops. Set fastest lap there for Biffin.
0. SFI and Biffin. Biffin's definitely on a push, but I don't see that
And he's
push last
gaining
for
a
a while.
lot in the straight as well.
I don't see that push last for a while though because of how low the ERS is. ERS could be a big crucial bit at the end of the race.
Yeah, and I think Jay Evans is looking for a move on a Red Bull here. Stays behind him.
And everybody's just ramped around
He might be able to get ahead of you. There's I believe, a 5-way battle for top 7. No, top 8, I believe. J. Evans, Dino, Billy, and Natty.
Abil's just out of that fight.
Yeah. But he might rejoin the fight though.
Yeah, it looks like he might just join the fight there with a bad exit through there.
No, Nabil isn't still in this fight.
He's out. He's in and out of this fight.
He's trying to make a getaway, but I think Natty and the Ferrari's faster than the Haas and the strips.
I think overall it might just be slightly faster than the Ferrari.
Yeah. But J. Evans is looking to make a move on Dino coming to Ascari if he doesn't get a good exit. And it's not a great exit.
Like a good exit.
Not a great exit, and it's an overtake.
Oh, we got to move.
And he's went up the inside.
Is that a bit of contact?
And Jay sets us up for Alfa Romeo. But Dino is coming back for it.
Well, like, he managed to get this cut back.
Using some of the ERS that he has saved up. Maybe he stopped using it all.
I mean, Dino's really low in ERS.
Yeah. And J. Evans still has 60%. The AlphaTauri is still staying up here with the Ferrari, but 24% ERS compared to 60%. I think the Ferrari wins this here. And Biffin is closing the gap more.
It's the same with that ERS now.
Yeah.
But have some blue flags out within a lap or two. Pitta is behind, no, it is slightly in front of Zesify.
Oh yeah, I see that now.
Top 4 has gained positions. And then Doctor is down by 4. So top 4 is doing quite well, position-wise, from where they qualified yesterday.
Yeah. Even, like, Nutzen is as well, moved up from P13, I believe, to P4 now.
Oh,
yeah,
yellow flag.
P3. They might need to get the back markers out this lap if Zexify's keeps going the way he is. But Biffin is closing the gap again.
Don't know what that mistake was, but there's a mistake made because it was no damage done to the car.
Biffin is still up in the fight for first, and Jay is also trying out for that second place here. The top 3 are all within 1.6 seconds.
I mean, it's a close fight when it comes to the lead.
Yeah, but it's about if anyone gets damage here. If they're going for the one stop or the one stop, they'll be coming in like around 4 or 5 laps down.
It's roughly halfway. Well, I mean, depends on the tyres and how you manage them as well.
Yeah.
You either go long in the tyres or you go kind of short in the tyres, and then you go for long at the end. But I mean, I guess you just kind of want to see how the rain's going to be, so you try to stay on these tyres as long as you really can, until like you just start losing a lot of grip, even though you basically have no grip unless you've managed the tyres quite well with the race pace. But Jay is catching up slightly to Biffin. Will he make the move down Parabolica?
I don't think he will. I think it is a battle. It is a battle between the Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin, though, because similar speeds. But and Biffin nearly spins on my screen, but he's regained. And Knudsen gets fastest lap for Red Bull, and Litically has a 3-second time penalty.
Blue flags are definitely coming out this lap. Looking at the pace of Zesify compared to Pitta.
Yeah. I think Pitta might have more damage. He's not going that fast in the straights, and Jay Evans setting fastest lap in a Williams. He is down 9 positions. Dino has his 3-second time penalty in 11th. He's having a good race here, but needs to get 3 seconds ahead of the AlphaTauri by the end of the race even. But
Sector 2. looks like a Haas might have caused that. No, it's Nagati. Doesn't look like anybody has front wing damage.
Biffin is now, but he's still on the tail of the Ferrari for within 7 laps. This could go down to the end of this could go down to pit crew here. He gets faster pit stop if depends if Biffin can close the gap down.
If it stays like this, I mean, I wouldn't complain because this is quite some good race pace from top 3.
Yeah. I mean, Zexify up 1, Biffin up 2, G up 4, and Knutson up 9. And yellow flag sector 3.
Yep, coming out Parabolica. It was a Mercedes. Yeah, it was Pitta.
Pitta comes into the pit.
Oh, he's retired? Or did he crash in? Yeah, Pitta, I think, retired. So now we've got 17 drivers left out of 19 drivers, 2 drivers out.
But I just want to know how they are being crashed out in the 5 laps. So it's not had a good race, and Dino and Wrigley are heading to the pits. Who will come out ahead though? I think Dino comes out ahead. And I think Dino might be is going for the short to long on the wets. If it is starting to lose a bit.
Close. GS slightly coming out of the fight, slowly, but he's only on 8% ERS.
So
He's
he's
been
Biffin as well.
pushing that car. Biffin is in 17, Zifai is only on 40.
I don't think that Zexify needs to use that much though, because he is the race leader.
I mean, Biffin must be putting somewhat of pressure on him if he needs to use that much ERS.
Yeah, and I think Dano's trying to make a push on Jay here, but he has only got 5% ERS here, 6 now. Through the first chicane, all top 3 come through clean. So there's Knutson, Doctor, clean. Same with the Aston Martin behind
into
him.
the pits.
Oh yeah, John Wick into the pits.
What tyre does he go into?
I reckon it's wets all race.
Yeah. No, he's going into inters.
Ooh, that's a bit of a weird strategy from Alpine, but
I mean, it still looks wet to go out in wets.
yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah. But also, Litically came to the pits as well. Litically's in the pits as well.
It
So
looks
okay,
like this
so-
is the pit window.
And he's getting a new front wing. Litically had damage.
He was losing a lot of pace.
And there
That
might be
front
back
wing.
markers out here for Zexify and Agos. Agos claim is heading up towards Parabolica, but he has 80% ERS. I think we'll see a few pit stops in this lap here. Likely still in the pits as it came out now. And is Agos heading to the pits? No. Is Zexify going to the
It's
pits?
fine.
No,
Nope.
staying out.
It's Biffin. Nope.
No, Jay's staying out.
Gino. Oh, but not.
Nutson's
Fake's
heading
coming
in.
in. Oh, but Doctor's
Doctor's
staying
not.
out.
Either none of
Jet's
them
staying
are
out. Nabil's staying out.
Of Terry staying out.
Yep.
Natty's staying out.
98. Jordan.
Jordy. Right, is Matt. I
That's
think
Miles.
Miles might come in here, save some ERS,
Oh,
and he's staying out.
ah.
I think
Yeah,
Jay
it's
Evans might get a
behind
move
as
here.
well.
No ERS here for Miles. I think Jay Evans can get the move in this lap here. And Knutson had a good pit stop there. Onto the Inters.
So currently we've got Fake Nut on the Inters, Dino on the Inters, John Wick on the Inters, Style on the Inters, right, a Mercedes on the Inters, and a McLaren on the Inters.
Yeah, it's everyone in the top 11 is 11th and higher or on the
Wets.
wets. Yeah.
I mean, they are 12 laps old though.
The Inters are faster as well, and have longer lap times. or along the thingy.
It does look like the track is calming down a little bit from the rain. This is about the time I'd be
It's
thinking
like,
about
oh,
changing the
Biffin was
Biffin's
gaining a bit.
catching.
I think it's pits here. Yep. Oh no.
Oh,
Jay
fake
heads to
does.
the pits.
Oh,
Oh,
5 second
and
penalty for Jay.
I think Doctor's heading to the pits as well. Yep, Doctor's head to the pits.
Now what tyre do we think Jay's going to go on?
I think Jay's gone on the this.
And it is...
And it's wet.
Wets. Oh,
Doctor.
interesting.
I wonder
What
if
we
McLaren
talked
have
about.
double stacked it.
Oh!
It's a terrible double stack here. Miles with a 5-second penalty. And that was a terrible double stack from Mercedes. And they are doing Doctor's 5-second time penalty, or time penalty. And that was a good pit stop. And he is on the wet still. But he'll come out ahead.
And it's just like
Well,
that a
that'll
little
come out ahead
bit
of
missed.
Doctor.
It's a bit like that, a little bit of miscommunication that can fumble the whole race as well. I mean, can be that close and then you just fumble it because you went into the same in at the same time as your teammate.
Yeah. Are they in the same call or not?
And I wouldn't believe so. I mean, I would have, if I was in a call with my teammate, I mean, I would definitely make sure that we don't, you know,
Double stack.
yeah. I mean, double stacking can be crucial under a safety car, but
Mm.
definitely when there's no safety car out, you're not really losing a lot of time if a safety car's out. But
Yeah. And I think it will be a Ferrari pit here. And it is Ferrari going to the
Ferrari
pits
coming in,
as well.
and
It's
so is Aston
different.
Martin.
And I think
It's
it'll be about
Jet.
who gets faster pit time here.
There was Jet coming in the pits. Do we
If
believe?
Kit comes in, then it might be a. It's this is a
Oh.
double stack.
No double stack. Nabil's coming in. Billy's coming in.
Onto the Inters.
Natty's
Oh,
might,
that's a good.
Natty
That's a
might hit
pitting
next
stop.
lap.
Let's have a look at Jet. And both are going onto the Inters here. And Natty takes the control of
That's
the
a
race.
3 second penalty.
Yep, I believe that is 8 seconds for Miles.
Now the penalties are looking like JDM. If these penalties do not get removed by the stewards, JDM has a 5 second penalty. Fake has a 3 second penalty. Jet has a 5 second penalty. Dino has a 3 second penalty. Miles has an 8 second penalty. And Liquid. Wait, fuck off. Why do you have to make your name so hard to pronounce? The Mercedes has a 3 second penalty.
But Biffin did come out of the pits ahead of Zexify there.
Oh,
But Jay will not need a pit again. He is on the wets and he is fat. But Biffin is on the faster tyres. I think Natty and Geordie are going to the pits this lap, and then I think that's it for the pit stops. And Agos did DNF'd.
I didn't see that. He must have just came out of the pits and DNF'd because, I mean, he double started with his teammate and then might have fumbled both their strategies. But anyway, got Jordan coming in.
Yeah, Natty decides to resorts to
stays
staying out
out.
here. But his lap times are getting slower and Jay's are just getting faster. Biffin is on the podium now. Zexify is following closely behind him. And Zexify's made up a second this lap.
Racing some of these people, these racers, man.
I think it might be an Alpha Tauri coming. Yep, Alpha Tauri will come out 8th and 9th.
I don't think Jay will stay top 5 because
Yeah.
the track does look like it's drying up and that's not where he wants to be right now as he's on wets. So he's going to be catching a lot of oversteer.
It is the same with Doctor as well. He started P1 and he's down 10 places at the minute and he's came out on the wets, and if the track is drying, that might be a terrible strategy from McLaren. And we can confirm that Agos has DNF'd, as it said in the chat.
Yeah.
And Jay goes 2 tenths slower. There won't be any back markers maybe till the end of the race, I'm not sure. As it literally comes through the comes out of the first chicane, and Natty is coming out of the parabolica.
It's not going to come into pits, no, he stays out.
This is a bit of a weird strategy here.
I mean, I think he's just trying to go into the softs, maybe if the track dries up enough.
I don't think the track will dry up enough for slicks, but
I mean, it looks
might be
close.
I mean,
Right
yeah,
on
but it's
board,
still
does look
raining though.
close. Yeah, but that's light rain. I mean, like, the softs has the best type of grip, so I mean,
Yeah.
might even just clinch on.
And it is the faster tyres, and Jay nearly spun there. Coming out with turn 3 with 2% ERS.
I mean,
Biffin has a faster. Oh, and I thought he had a faster sector one there.
if we do look at Jan Lopmere in China during esports last year in the 2022 game, he did go into the inters earlier,
Yeah.
and he won the race.
Yeah.
He done quite well.
But with the fastest lap here, it is Jay with a 130 in the wets. And by the end of the race, I might be able to confirm if France are going through to the World Cup or not.
After this, we will be able to see who's through to the final of the
Yeah.
World Cup and the third place.
And France have just scored.
Yeah, it's 2-0.
Well, Biffin is gaining it on Jay here, I believe. I believe the gap before this lap was around 2 seconds, and I believe now it is around maybe
Right.
2.
Nate was like 5 seconds ahead of Jay, but Jay's caught up because the tyres are so old.
And
So it
yeah,
does look like wets are still.
yeah. Miles, I can confirm Miles does have an 8-second time penalty, but as long as Biffin stays up and it gets second by within 5 seconds, same as Xify. That's a first for Biffin, second for Xify. Leclerc has a 3-second time penalty, Miles is an 8, Dino is 3, Jit has 5, Nuxon is 3, and G has 5 here. But will Natty make a mistake with his strategy? Though? 9 laps left here, and he might go for wets whole race here. If DRS does get enabled, though, it could change the whole race.
I mean, everybody is quite close. In a way, everybody is close, and DRS could help a lot of people to just gain that little extra edge of like speed.
And it could help Jay get first here. And I think Natty is going to go to the pits now, as Jay has caught up
Take
massively,
the inside line.
and he is going inside. And yeah, pit.
Yep, Natty's in. What tyre do you think Natty's going on?
I think he's either going slicks or he's going inters. But I think he's left inters a bit late here, and it does look like it be slicks or inters, and it is inters.
Inters.
I think he's left that a bit too late there.
Wets did look very worn out as well.
But at this rate, it will be Jay, Biffin, Xify, and Jay in the top 3.
Do remember though that Jay does have a 5-second penalty if it doesn't get removed by the stewards.
Oh, and he goes a bit wide. Oh no, must mean he went wide up the gravel there. And I think Biffin and Xify are having a title fight, I believe, or having a fight, maybe.
It's quite close. Oh, if DRS gets enabled, I mean, I would say Biffin's in the mud. But I mean,
I'd
they
say
are
maybe
quite
Jay's.
even. They are quite even on
Reed.
ERS.
Yep. But Biffin has that just a bit more. But Jay's using his ERS now onto 4%. I think everyone in this race is on inters, not Doctor's staying on wets. And Jay staying on wets. I think Jay might be able to push it out for a top 3. 7 laps remaining.
Apparently we only have 2 runners on wets. which is the lead, and 10th place. So that will be JDM is on wets, and so is the Doctor. But I mean, if Jay keeps this pace up and he keeps gaining, I mean, like, he's winning the race easily.
Yeah. I don't think we will have back markers though, and Jay Evans makes up a place on Doctor there. As Doctor does head to for the pits, he's resorted to the 2-stop. He might be going on the 6 here. No, he's going on to the Inters. And I think McLaren have fucked up his strategy a bit here. Doctor having a terrible race, started P1, now down to P14. I know anything can happen in F1, but I don't think this is possible. Wiggly will get the overtake. But it's clean through the first chicane from Wiggly there, and he gets a brilliant drive out from the chicane.
What I'm seeing from like the fast drivers is they're really tight into the track limits. Like they know the track limits quite well. You can see that they've practiced a lot.
Yeah. And they don't follow the racing line. They follow their own line. And Zexify is using ERS, and Biffin resorted to saving it. It's 200 miles an hour in the straight though without ERS.
He did set fastest lap, Biffin was a 1:31. What I was expecting that to be lap time by the end of the race, because there's roughly a dry like line since you've got these cars coming through.
Will Jay stay on the wet the whole race, and I think Biffin is making a catch up. Is doing what he done against Zexify, he's making a catch up in the straights, but losing time in the chicanes. But he has gained that chicane though. Gains 4/10 through that chicane. Zexify's has not been great through that turn there. They are pretty much dead even on the RS now. Yellow flag sector 2. I think Geordie's had off, he's moved down the place. Yeah, and Geordie has had off. As he's been overtook by the Red Bull and the Alpine.
At a couple places, I mean, can he even fight for points? That'll be the question by the end of this race.
Spin did help Daniel push into the points though.
And Dinos.
And fastest lap from Biffin, he is making a catch up. But with 5 laps left, it is debatable on whether he can get the overtake or. But I think he might be able to win this either way. As he does have a 5-second penalty.
That is in a 1-stop, except from Doctor was on a 2-stop.
Dino's done 10 laps on his inters, and Jay Evans sets the fastest lap though, a 1:29.8.
That's very surprising for the wet.
Wiggly's moved down. He gets overtook by Doctor going into Parabolica. But Wiggly is trying to get a slipstream off him coming through Parabolica.
I think the best that Jay can do now is just hang on and go as fast as he can. Because
he's catching up. That 2.5 second gap at the beginning of the lap is now down to 1.9.
Oh, it looked like Jay was about to spin out there, but managed to save it.
And he is making that gap bigger between Biffin. But I don't know if Biffin just had a bad drive out.
It's only on
second
2%,
between them is
5% ERS.
Who, Jay or Biffin?
Jay.
He's in 10 now. Biffin's in 20. And Jordan's here. I think he had damage there.
A safety call. Oh, that can change everything.
Yeah, and it's yellow flags everything. Every sector. And they say on you might the race might end under the safety car. And Doctor's going quite slowly as well.
Might even have like 1 lap of racing left. I mean, so just
like Abu Dhabi last year.
This is a great opportunity for all the guys at the back to pit.
But I don't think the safety car will be coming out though. I think it will just be yellow flags throughout.
Safety car's already out.
Is it?
Uh-huh. For turn 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, I see the safety car now. This can change everything. Maybe nuts. Maybe they can make a move up into podium, and Jay can move down to P5 maybe. But if you get an actual lap of racing underway, then it could go either way.
It's either Biffin or Zestify that wins the race, I think.
And Jay get a good ride away from the safety car though. That is a
And
question.
it would need to be some gap though, because that's 5 seconds. You need to go ahead.
But he might even resort to pitting. Yeah, it is wets and everyone else is the only one on wets, so he might resort to the inters.
We'll see once it goes through Parabolica.
Yeah, coming through it now. The tyres are not looking.
I mean, it looks like he's in the pit. He's pit.
Yeah, he's pitting. Taking it nice and slowly in.
Puts in that pit limit early.
Now I think Russell is going to win the race. Let's see if I can be in here in the last few turns. If we do actually get racing underway, though, I think we will get at least 2 laps. But Jay, what he's doing his time penalty. And the Beals also headed to the pits. Jay's was a very slow stop as he done his time penalty. And Nabil is going to the pits. Is it going to be a clean stop? That is a good stop. I think at least 2.5 seconds, I'd say.
And there's Biffin just catching up to the safety car. He's right behind it. So is Zestify.
Yeah. But will we get... How many laps of racing will we get? Though, that is the question.
I'm believing it's 1 or 2 laps because...
This reminded me a bit of Abu Dhabi last year.
I mean, well, Biffin's heart be broken.
Yeah. And maybe Billy miss it. Maybe Billy can get into this podium. Let me have a look at let me have a look at the penalties. Yeah, he might be able to get. Oh, I don't know because Fake's time penalty is only 3 seconds. You'll have to get within 3 seconds of Nutson.
I mean,
Well, that is still possible.
I mean,
Nutson is on 11. He's on 11 lap old Inter's not Fake here. So it might be possible.
Who has the oldest tyres right now? I mean, I think it might be Fake.
Dino.
No, Dino.
Dino was
13 laps.
not.
Fresher tyres than Jay.
I thought Dino would have resorted to a 2-stop.
Last lap is a 1:29.8, but I think that will be improved since safety cars just came out.
And it was from Jay Evans in the Williams as well. Is he in the safety car? I think he is.
Yeah, he's behind the safety car.
The only person who isn't is Jay is now in it. Dino is trying to catch up to it. But will we get any laps of racing in the way? I think we'll get maybe 2. Maybe safety car might come in after this lap, at the end of this lap. We don't know. But...
Well, it depends when all the back markers catch up.
Everyone on 100% ERS as well. It is pretty level.
It's going to be quite a level playing field with Zestify and Biffin, as they both have 10 lap old tyres. They did pit at the exact same time. And Biffin did come out in front.
Yeah. And as I was saying earlier on in the race, the pit stop crews kind of changed the whole race. And as it would seem, I was correct.
Maybe it's this.
I'm surprised at how decent Dinos decided we're pretty much last on the grid now, moved up to P8. Didn't even get to see him yesterday in qualifying. He crashed out in the first lap, and he didn't get his car done in time. Safety car is in this lap, so we will get 2 laps of racing now.
Well, do you think Biffin will get a launch off?
I think it'll depend if he goes early, because it looks like he is trying to go he might go as late. It looks like he's trying to go as late as possible. But Zexify will need to expect it though.
I mean, if he just catches Zestify lacking, I mean,
But Zexify is going a bit faster here. So I'll go on now because he's going a very step faster than I think. And I think he might go through Parabolica. I'll go now.
Oh, catching them. And Biffin's off.
And he's gone. And he's freaked the ERS switch and with 2 laps of racing left, the safety car is in. Can Biffin hold on to the lead? And there's already been an overtake. Jay's overtook Dino there. Into the chicane. I think Zexify might clinch it here. He's already looking for a move through the first chicane and he doesn't get it through. Billy Missu's moved down. Fetz J is up. So is Jay Evans.
Oh, Zexify is going for the move. Will Zexify complete the move? Coming through turn 4 and 5. Coming down the inside. Will we have contact? No, we do not.
No, and
Zexify makes a move. He's through. Now we've got
and now
Fake
maybe
right behind.
Fake might go for a move. But I think Biffin is on. Well, actually, he's not really got an advantage in the same lap tyres. And I think Zexify does have the faster car.
He's getting to that slipstream. I mean, we don't have a yellow flag sector 2, but
and
safety
I think
car.
Miles has crashed. Miles has spun out in sector 2.
Safety car will not come out though, because I mean, there's not enough laps left for the safety car to come out.
And I think Biffin is going to go for a move here, and Fake's got another time penalty.
So I think that's Billy definitely maybe in the podium.
Yep.
Looking like
Biffin is gaining on Zexify here. 3 tenths. And now that's gone to 3 tenths now. Went from 2 to 3. But this is pure racing for you. 5. This is the last
lap. Wait, who do we have?
And Biffin is still gaining 3 tenths of a second now. 2.84, 267. Really, I think if Biffin can get the overtake done here, he has got the pace in the straights to do it, but he's just through the chicane size in time. Like he lost 3 tenths in that chicane there.
Yeah, he had a bad launch off onto the throttle. I mean, I certainly would not like to be in his shoes right now, the amount of pressure.
I think he went a bit late through the safety car.
Yeah, I would have done it when Z5 wasn't expecting. I mean, I would have held him back and then.
I'd have gone halfway through Parabolica.
I think that's what he tried to do in Z5 was just easing onto the throttle. But
I don't know if Biffin will get it now, unless Zexify has a spin, and Biffin nearly lost control there. Zexify is trying to pull away now, but Biffin is pushing the car to the limits, and he is gaining now.
9% ERS right now, 10%.
Compared to 30% for Zexify. 6% for Fake, and Fake's got a bit wide there. And I think Zexify, I think will come. I think Zexify will come through. Teammate are not having a good day in the office. So P10. Well, unless Biffin can make a move, he's going to speed up to the Parabolica. He won.
Here we go, final straight.
And Zexify wins
the Monza race.
Grand Prix. As Biffin spins going through the Parabolica, and just as we say that, and France have won are going through to the World Cup final just as we finish this race. Evans will take fastest at that point though. Miles didn't get the penalty. I think Biffin will be happy with himself after that one.
Tuesday was driver of the day.
I'd say Dino. He moved up like 7 places, but everyone else thinks Billy.
I mean, for me, from watching that, I would say Biffin. I mean, he was there the whole race. I mean, he was definitely a win contender, and then Zexify just managed to go through.
Dino did indeed move up 6 places. Billy Missy moved, and I think after what I'm looking at now, I think Billy Missy deserves it. Moved up 14 places there.
So, World Cup, we're looking at Argentina, France on 18th of December, and then
Is there going on there?
Croatia and Morocco, 17th of December. But anyway, it's been a good race at Monza. Zexify, Biffin, Billy, JDM, Jay Evans, John Wick, Jet, Fake Nut, Nagate, and Pusher Dino all scores points.
Mm.
With Jay Evans scoring that bonus point with 128.1 in the last lap, I think he said that.
Yeah. Jay done well on the two-stop and did go for a two-stop there, and he made it work. He did move up a place. But not yet. His two-stop didn't really go as planned. He moved down. Started with P3 and moved down to P9. P9. And the Neil moved down.
In the Monza race.
He moved up.
We've got the results in. Hope you enjoyed watching it. It's been Joshy commentating.
And that was the last race of the season for Gavra race until January.
Yep. Then it'll be tier 1 and tier 2. Hope you guys enjoyed.